Good evening, everybody. How's everybody out there doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Can everybody hear me? Let's do a quick little check here. Give me a number one. Make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. And we'll get going here, folks. All right. Can you all hear me? Give me a number one. All right. I see a number one. All right. Thank you very, very much. Now there's a poll at the very, very top of this live stream. I want everybody to put in your honest opinion, if you're ready or not. Yes, no, or almost. And we're going to get the results at the end of this live stream tonight. Also, you want to make sure that you do stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what I have a video coming out on Monday. But for everybody that's showing up here tonight, I'm going to break the news to you so that maybe you can jump on some of these deals. All right. So you make sure you guys stick around if you want to save some money. And let me just slide back up here and see who all's here. All right, we got Steve. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Pitbull, glad to see you. Thank you for joining in. JT, thank you. Hope everything's doing well on the home front there. And the hubby's doing good. Jan, hey, Jan, how you doing? Nice to see you. I got the two best moderators out here, I tell you, folks. Let me scroll down through. Croc, how you doing? Deborah Miller, Southern Ohio. How are you? Vicky, how are you tonight? WTF, good to see you from the UK. I still love that name. Oh, let me scroll. Michael O'Brien from Kissimmee, Florida. Another Florida person. I think Steve's from Florida too. I know JT is. Mama J, how you doing? Coffee first and speak. Hi everyone. How you doing? Rob's the name. How are you? Thank you for joining in tonight. Wilma Flimstone. Yeah, there's an original one. How are you? Proud American. Thank you for joining in. Jay. Robin Green Miller. Nashville, Tennessee. There we go. Oh, sorry, folks. She just jumped on me again. Let me see if I can get back up here where I was. Deanna Carson, Florida Boys Shuffle. How you guys doing? Trapper Bob. How you doing, Trapper Bob? Michelle Reed, West Virginia. Trapper Bob's from Pennsylvania. Gina's from Maryland. How you doing? MBG's from Maine. Sugar in the Attic Homestead. Good evening, everyone. Oh, I like that name. That sounds really nice. Linda, how are you? Amy from North Dakota's here. Tennessee Patriot. Hey, how you doing? Cheryl, how are you from Colorado? Cohort 27. Shirts unbuttoned like Travolta and Saturday Night Fever. Laugh out loud. You know, I can't stand my shirts buttoned up. It just drives me out of my mind. If I got to button a shirt all the way up to here, I don't know. I just feel like I'm dying. And not to mention, it's like 90 some odd degrees out. And, you know, so I'll be John Travolta all day long. I don't have his dance moves, but DJ Smiley, how are you? Proud American, Louisiana. Thank you for joining in. Sandy, Central Texas. Dee's Crafts, South Carolina. How are you? Michael, Arizona. How are you? Engine 1142, Montana. Ridiculously, everyone I know is sleepwalking. There's a lot of that going on right now, isn't there? I mean, it's I don't know. All right, we jumped again here. Build your own home. Love your channel from Utah. Thank you very much. Rhonda, how you doing? Sunset. Mid-State New York. How you doing, Sunset? Cheryl. All right. Booty Yoga Pepper. You don't look right with a button-up shirt. It looks way better unbuttoned. Yeah, I agree. It's more comfortable too. Deanna from Ohio, Rhonda's from Missouri, Brian from Pennsylvania. Well, we got people coming in from everywhere here, folks. All right, we're about 6 minutes in. We'll give this another minute or so here, and then we're going to get going. Now, don't forget, there is a poll at the very top of this. I don't know how it shows up on your end, but there is a poll up there, and I'd like everybody to put in an honest opinion. And at the end, we're going to see what the results are so far and see where we set as a community. If we're ready, if we're not ready, or we're almost there. But don't forget, also, make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you guys some breaking news. It's going to save you a lot of money if you're willing to. Well, you're going to have to wait. Sorry. All right, let's see who else is here. London B from Arizona. How are you? Prepper Book Club. Days. Hey, how you doing, Days? Barbara's from Oklahoma. Prepper Book Club. 615 entertainmentagency.com. Angel and Jesus Christ. How you doing? Joan, new to your channel from Minnesota. Hello, everyone. Hey, well, welcome. We're getting a lot of new people and everything else, and it's getting, more and more people are starting to get aware of what's going on around them. Marilyn's here from Michigan. Angela, another one from Florida. We got quite a few from Florida tonight. Melissa's from Oklahoma. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining in. Gina, how are you? Hello, everyone. I hope everyone has a fabulous morning. Yes, I do have a special video coming out tomorrow morning for all you mothers on my channel. Cheryl, how are you? Kim's from Mexico. Gail from Arizona. There's some Arizona people in here tonight. Paul, Canada. Hey, Paul, how you doing up there? I just saw something in the news, Paul, and maybe you could type in real quick and tell me if it's the truth. I saw where I guess your government up there is looking to make it to where if the kids want to go to school, they have to be vaccinated for COVID, just like if they have to have all their other vaccines. I mean, I was blown away when I read that one. To do. Miss P Kitty 13, how you doing? Late but made it. I was waiting for you. That's what I was doing. I didn't start yet. I was waiting till you got here, and now we can get the show going. Miss P Kitty 13 has arrived. Deanna, question. I have asked others, and no one answers or seems to have an opinion. When the food crisis gets worse in the next few months, what do you think states will do with prisoners and schools in the fall? Well, that's a tough one. I don't think they're actually going to let people out of prison. That could be a very bad thing. Schools are going to be really iffy. I mean, you got to figure if something happens and there's not enough food to go around and they can't get food into these schools, especially in the big, very big cities and everything else where you have a school every 3 miles or so, 4 miles, that's going to be a real problem. Um, Maybe it'll go back to the days of beg lunch, like what I used to do. I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I don't think they'll do anything with the prisoners. They're kind of going to be on their own in their cells, uh, unless they can figure a way out. Let's see. Anybody else in here? Yes, that Lyndon B. I agree that once you get that hail and it starts getting above um, the quarter, half dollar size, and gets that golf ball, baseball, softball size, and there ain't much you can do. Whatever it hits, it's going to destroy it. All right, folks, let's get going on this video real quick. Now, why do you all think that we're setting on a ticking time bomb? I think a lot of you can probably figure that one out. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and we are literally setting on a ticking time bomb right now. We're going to start off, we got a lot to talk about. So we're going to start off China. Do you all know that there's 327.9 million people that are under lockdown still to this day? Nothing's going on over there, folks. I've seen people have commented on videos from this past week and everything else, and they've said that, the ships and stuff, that they seem like there's not as many and they're catching up and everything else. It's because there's nothing coming behind it. But nobody here in the government or anybody else wants to tell you that. Put two and two together, folks. If there's 327.9 million people not working in China in 40 major cities, what do you think is going to happen when it rolls around later on this year? Yeah, we got plenty of supplies and stuff coming in right now. What's going to happen later? See, everybody thinks of now. Nobody wants to plan ahead. And that's what I just don't understand. There's too many people nowadays that live in the now, and nobody wants to even acknowledge that there's any issues, problems, any concerns, or anything else. And they just don't want to really deal with the prospect that their little lives are going to fall apart. And what are they going to do? The government sure heck ain't going to be there to help you. They're going to be taking care of their own, and that's it, and everything else. The rest of us are on our own. It's just the way it is. And then we got North Korea. Did you all see that? I guess now he has a submarine. I don't know what kind of submarine it is, but I guess he's got a submarine now, and he fires some missile out of this sub, and somewhere over towards Korea, out in the water. But I think he's just he's stirring the pot because he isn't the number one person in the news right now, if you get what I'm saying. That's for the little boy on the other side here. We have Taiwan and South Korea. They want more protection from the United States. They want more military might on their doorsteps because evidently they just don't trust either North Korea, which I wouldn't either, and I don't think Taiwan trusts China. And then we're going across up through the mountains and everything else, and we're getting over to what's going on over in Ukraine, Russia, and all that. Supposedly the little man over there is he's saying that they're redoing their playbook for their game they're playing in Ukraine, and they want to they're going to bump things up, and it's going to change the outcome. This is what he said, folks. Now, also remember, May 9th is rolled around on Tuesday. It's a very important day to watch. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. Hopefully, nothing happens. Hopefully, it's just more BS coming from the little man over there in Russia. Time will tell. It's a couple days away. We've got to pay really close attention to that. I also did see, on top of our $33 billion in support to Ukraine in military supplies, aid, and everything else, England just posted, I think they're giving them like 1.3 or 1.5 billion, somewhere in there, to Ukraine to, get them whatever they need. Um, there are so many people out here. It's looking like they just want to, I guess, just write checks instead of trying to deal with anything themselves, which in a sense makes sense. I mean, nobody really wants World War III, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's just been so much stuff that's going on and everything else. And then we come back over here again. And, I put a video out this past week and I talked about the stock market, how it went down last Friday. It dropped 900 and some odd points. And I think my video came out on Wednesday this past week when they made that huge announcement that they just raised the interest rate up a half a point instead of a quarter of a point, and the market rallied. It's like everybody was like, oh yay, the government did something. And then what happened the next day? Well, anyway, somebody commented on my video and they're like, well, yeah, it went down 900 points then, but it was up 900 points today. And the following day, on Thursday, she tanked again, over 1,000 points. There's too much instability out here, folks. And it really doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this and say, we got a problem. We've got open borders, and Lord only knows what's going to start happening with that. Now, all these people are going to start flooding in, and where are they going to start going? Who's going to give them jobs? Because if something happens that we fall into a recession, there's going to be a lot of businesses that are going to start to close. That's what happens during a recession. You got diesel price that, well, I don't know about all over America, but here in Florida, it's 567 down the street. I'm telling you, there's a lot of loads that aren't going to be moving. I have my video that's coming out tomorrow is all pictures that were emailed to me this week. People are starting, if you guys want to email me pictures of what you're seeing in your stores and stuff, I'll put them in my Sunday videos. I have no problem doing that. You guys can email them to me. My email address is in the description below. If you guys want to do that, that's totally up to you. I'm not asking anybody to do that, but I got a whole ton of pictures, prices, and everything else. And this is just getting scary. I did receive an email from a couple, and he is a truck driver. And he told me that a lot of refrigerated loads are not basically really paying the bills anymore. So they're not moving them. These independent truck drivers. And as I've said before, there's over 300,000 independent truck drivers. If you take those out of the equation, if they park those trucks, we're screwed. Plain and simple. This ticking time bomb we're setting on is more like you stepped on a landmine, and if you move, you're a goner. And I really hate to put it that way, but that's exactly what this is like. I'm tired of people all saying that there's nothing going on, and nobody believes that there's anything wrong with what's taking place nowadays. Are you blind? I just don't understand it. You stepped on that landmine, you move, and you're going to be blown to smithereens. So what do you do now? That's the question, folks. What are you going to do if the bottom falls out of whatever? What are you going to do if there's no more food? What are you going to do when there's no more anything that's moving around? Do you have a plan? Do you know how you're going to survive? How are you going to provide for your families? These people that are out here and they just keep turning, and they put these comments and stuff in, and I don't let them get to me anymore. But yeah, I just find it fascinating that just because they walked into one store and the shelves were pretty much full, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then go back in history, not too long ago. Remember what happened in March of 2020 when everything turned to chaos in the stores and people were fighting over everything, the last few cans of this or the last, you know, package of toilet paper. That's where we're at. I don't understand. I can't understand how people, especially if you have a family and you have kids, how you wouldn't want to have some type of a backup of some kind, any kind. You know what I'm saying, folks? I mean, this ticking time bomb is at one point or another is going to explode. There is just no way around this. Something majorly is going to happen. The writing's on the wall. We're too divided. We're too far in debt. The interest rates are going up. You got the stock market that's one day it's up, one day it's way down. I mean, it's on a roller coaster ride. You got everything that's taking place between China, North Korea, Russia, Ukraine, and everybody else in the middle. Everybody's it's like crunch time here, and there's a lot of people that are standing on this mine. And all it takes is for one of these morons to do something stupid, and the next thing you know, we're in World War III. It's just a fact, folks. I mean, I'm not sitting here making this up. I mean, think about it. If something happens, if Russia accidentally drops a bomb, say in Poland or another NATO country, what do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to go over there and just slap them on the hand? We can't. We can't do that. That's not why we're part of NATO. We're forced to defend that country. Everybody in NATO, not just the United States, but everybody that is in NATO. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a witch's brew out here, folks. That's really what it is. And we're not really getting anywhere here. We're just not quite there yet. I mean, there is more than one ticking time bomb. I guess you could put it that way. It's like you walked into the minefield and you're trying to tippy-toe around all the mines that are out there because you're just trying to get home. That's all you want to do. You just want to go home. You just want to go home, be with your family, and you got all these mines out there. You have no idea where they are. You don't even know if they might go off. And I mean, what are we going to do, people? It's the same way with your preps. Everybody should be prepping. Everybody should be getting ready. And I understand it's very difficult there's a lot of people on here that have commented, they're senior citizens, they have issues with, once they pay the bills and stuff, they don't have hardly any money left. People with disabilities. There's people that are working and they're still considered poverty. People are doing there are people out here that are doing the best they're doing more. The people that like Social Security, disability, the people that are working, but they're still on the poverty level, and they're trying to put up a little bit at a time to be prepared to somewhat. Then all these people out here making all this money and sitting back saying nothing's wrong. I don't see any problems. Don't worry about it. You're nothing but fake news. You're fear mongering. You're doing all this. It's like, really? Well, if that's what you think, well, go on down the road because I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about it because that's the whole reason that I started this channel almost 2 years ago is because I want to make sure that people are aware and I want to make sure people are prepared. That's what I care about. If you don't want to give me a like, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, whatever. You don't want to subscribe to the channel, but you still watch the videos. And if you're still learning something, and I know there's people out there watching right now, if you haven't subscribed, that's fine. You don't have to. Maybe you're afraid that maybe some of your friends might see that you're subscribed to a prepping channel and, you don't want to do that. And I get it. All right. Peer pressure, that's out there. I have well, I won't say it on here because it's not very nice, but I have a basically don't give a shit attitude. I'll put it that way. And, once I finally figured that attitude out, I, I just, life was so much easier. You people out there that are living um, in fear of what other people are going to think, because if they see you putting up a few extra cans of canned goods or spaghettios or something for your kids in case something goes wrong, um, you're worried about that. You're worried about somebody making fun of you because you're putting up something for your family. You need to remind them of this ticking time bomb we're setting on. And you also need to remind them that, you know what? It's my family, and I'm going to do what I think is right for my family. And I want to make sure that people out there know that, period. I mean, if you got friends, work people you work with, relatives, I mean, relatives can be the worst. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure maybe some of my relatives, if they watch some of my videos and stuff, they probably think I'm crazy. But you know what? I really don't give a shit. I'm going to do what I think is right. I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure that my family is taken care of. I'm going to make sure that I have enough preps in my household in case that something happens and I got to try to reach out and help somebody in my family. Now, when COVID hit, I did that with my mother. She couldn't get to the store. She doesn't have a lot of money. She's on Social Security. She's in her 80s and everything else. I sent her care packages, boxed up a bunch of stuff and sent it up there. And you know what? That's what I got to do. It's what I'll do. I don't care what it costs. I just send it up there. It's my mother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do the same with my kids and everything else. I don't care. Whatever it takes, send it to them. You know? But that's the mindset you people have to have. You have to stop worrying about what the world thinks of you, and you have to start worrying about what, you know, Tommy and Johnny and Debbie and whoever else, are they spreading gossip about you? Who cares? The point is, folks, is you have to be prepared. That's the whole point. That's the name of the game. You watch any serious prepper channel out here, all right? And they're going to tell you the same exact thing. The same thing. You have to make sure that you are doing whatever you can do to make sure that you are prepared and you're ready, because this landmine we're walking through and this ticking time bomb, folks, it's going to explode one of these days. And when it does, I pray to God that everybody that's out here, everybody on this channel, or even the people that are watching that haven't subscribed, I want to make sure that you had the opportunity to make the choice to be prepared in a time of need. That's my goal as survival preparedness for beginners. Now I'm going to leave that off right there. And if you guys got any comments or anything, just drop my glasses. Sorry about that. If you have any comments or anything or questions, make sure you put them in all caps so they light up a lot better. Don't forget the poll is in the very top of this chat. I don't know how it shows up for all you folks, but make sure everybody goes in and votes in this poll. And make sure you stick around to the end, because I got some really good news. I'm going to try to save you people some money if you want to jump on the bandwagon now. So stay tuned. I'm going to jump over here and let's see what is going on. There is a ton of people in here tonight. All right, I'm going to scroll back towards the top. All right. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. All right. Poll's looking good. All right. Angel and Jesus Christ. Personally, I think the prisoners will be out more and more things progress in society. Roe versus Wade is on the table. Yes, that's going to be a huge, huge thing here shortly. Yeah, 3 vaccinations and mask, and you still wear a mask in transportation. Okay, Paul. Paul's from Canada. I was just curious what was going on up there because I've been reading some really funky stuff and I wasn't sure if it was true or not. I just read it just a little while ago before I came on here. So I didn't have time to really research it or anything. And I was hoping that somebody would jump on from Canada so I could ask them. All right, I'm scrolling down through. Miss Nikki 42, hello from Ohio. How are you? Pitbull, yes, I do agree, Pitbull. We need to figure out how to produce everything here. As everybody knows, if you've been watching any of my videos, I am a very, very big advocate about making things in this country. Um, that's why I, I, the seed company reached out to me, Survival Garden Seeds. Now that's in the description below. If you guys are looking for seeds, it's a great company, American made, out of Utah, and that's what I'm going to push. Um, I'm not making any. Let me make something clear. I'm not making any money on that whole deal. They sent me some seeds, and I'm going to be trying them out. And I agreed that I would, do some videos and everything else. They're a newer company. They've been out for 2 years now, and I'm just backing them because they are an American-made company. They're also on Amazon too. So Dragon Slayer, how are you doing? Tina Duke, where do you put money that is now credit union? Well, I like credit unions better than I do banks. So my money's in a credit union. I haven't banked at a regular bank, I think since I was like probably 18. I've always been in a credit union. Plant your seeds ASAP. Angel and Jesus Christ. Yes. Walmart and Dollar Tree are bare in some areas. Items coming from across the water. Yeah, well, there's hardly anything coming across the water, folks. I mean, the end of the line is going to be the end of the line. I mean, you got 327.9 million people that are basically confined to their home by their communist leader. So sometimes when we sit back and we think things are so bad here, and everything else, you see what's going on in some of these other countries and how these people are treated. I thank God I live in this country. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff, but I still thank God I live in this country. Christy, the government will be sitting pretty in their bunkers with all the food they have stolen from the people. Those bunkers are already full of food. Don't you worry. They don't have to steal anything from us because they got plenty. You're going to have to worry about the other people that are still on the streets stealing your supplies. Could this be a Wag the Dog movie being played out? Sunset. It might be. Time's gonna tell. I'm sure hope it kind of is, but we'll find out. Laura from Florida, how you doing? Gina, hit the like button. Yes, everybody, if you want, hit the like button. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I really do appreciate it. Helps me out, helps the video out. Okay, body yoga prepper. Well, it looks like it's going to happen. Military are being sent either to the west or east. Little birdie told me. Yes. According to the Monkey Works, Biden is going to his bunker on 5/9. Well, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that a lot of people in the government actually do hit towards the bunkers, and the rest of us are all here to fend for ourselves. Lucky us, huh? GW, careful saying the C word or R word. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I know. I'm taking a risk here. We'll see what happens. I've been really cautious on using those words, and sometimes yeah, it is what it is. But I do agree, Steve. I mean, everybody's watching, and everybody wants to shut you down. Your free speech. Well, that went out the window years ago. Um, Miss Nikki from Ohio. Let me scroll down through. I'm looking for any questions. Vicky says, I hope nothing happens. My dental appointment is on the 10th. Well, I hope nothing happens either. But depending on what you're having done at the dentist, weigh your options there. I just went through a major dental surgery, and mine's still going on, but I'm getting there. So slowly but surely, I'm getting there. All right. MBG question: what's supposed to happen on May 9th? May 9th is um, the little man over there across the water, um, over in Europe. There, that's a day of celebration for them, and there has been talk of, um, as I stated last week in my live stream, of bird poop, if you get what I'm saying, flying around and landing on other places that it's not supposed to be there. If you get what I'm saying, I got to be cautious right here. Like Steve said, this is something you really got to watch out for. So, there's a big, huge celebration of when Russia got rid of the Soviet Union, and all that kind of stuff with the whole Nazis and everything else. Like what they're supposed to be doing now is clearing out all the Nazis from the world, I guess. All right, let's see here. Angel of Jesus Christ. The sanctions are destroying societies, especially American. Inflation rallies are war cries from the left, politicals against the right, racist genders, anyone against child molesters. Yeah, there's just so much going on. It's just like, whoa, I tell you. Just scrolling down through. Maria says, to all new preppers, if you want free storage buckets, go ask the bakery for empty buckets in every stores. I've got mine from Walmart, Publix, and Food Lion Bakery. Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, I've pushed that. I mean, people, you can go there, you can ask for them. If they don't have them, ask them what day they might use a lot of them, or what time, they get them in, or whatever. And sometimes they won't hold them for you, but it doesn't hurt to ask because all they can say is no. That's what I've told a lot of people. But yes, that's a good thing to do. We need a county by county initiative to sweep the nation. No, we need something. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Forget, if you have any questions, put them in all caps. Miss P Kitty 13 says, I don't even bother talking about it with anybody. I just do my own thing for my husband and me. And you know what? Sometimes you just have to have that mental set and that mindset that you're just, you know what? I'm taking care of the family under this household, under this roof, and that's all that matters to me. I totally agree, because sometimes it's not worth it. It's really is not. There's too much other stress going on, and that's one less landmine you need to worry about stepping on. Ta-da. So I'm assuming like other people are getting some buckets from some bakeries and stuff. That's a very good idea, especially right now, folks. I mean, with the prices of everything going up and everything. Um, I mean, any way that you can save some money, you want to make sure you're doing that. And speaking of which, don't forget, stick around because I'm going to tell you how you can save some money. Coming up at the end, I'm going to give you a sneak peek on my videos coming out on Monday. But I'm going to everybody that's in here tonight, you're going to get to know about it now. So make sure everybody sticks around. Christy, the stores are fully stocked here in Omaha too, but that means nothing to me as I know what's coming. Grateful for it now. Yes. And I have said that. I haven't knocked anybody that has made those kind of comments. You know, but when they finish the comment, like how you did, that is the right way to do it because you're grateful for what you have now and you have time to still put up those last few minute preps or get those last few things that that are probably going to be going away because if you watch any of my Sunday videos for the last 2.5 months, you're going to see what's happening, and it's only a matter of time before it filters through the whole United States. NJ Marie, you are spot on. Kimberly, hello from Illinois. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? Yes, exactly, Steve. Yep, you got to have your preps, but you also have to be able to protect it. Dragon Slayer, my biggest problem is the price of everything. My 91-year-old parents have outlived their income, and I'm caring for them. All three of us live on Social Security retirement, and it's not enough to prep and live. It is a very difficult situation for a lot of people out there in the same boat, Dragon Slayer. I mean, I feel really bad for, a lot of people, especially that are on Social Security, once they're done paying their bills, they ain't got anything left. Nothing, you know? Texas girl, how you doing from Texas? Blue collar prepper, EMP is coming. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that actually did happen. It's less. I don't know if I want to say it or not. If YouTube's listening. Um, Not so many people get hurt. How's that? In the short term. I guess I should clarify that. Ronnie Davis, how you doing from Texas? That's what she said. How are you? One-eyed owl? Anyone else having high germination failure rate? Seems to be bad this year. I haven't got my stuff in yet, but I hope that's not the case. Lord only knows what's in the air nowadays. Jane, very good point. It takes time to build a war chest. Been working on ours for a while now. That's a very good point. It's not something that you can just run it unless you got, well, right now, unless you got thousands of dollars in the bank, it'd be very difficult. But it's something you're always working on. You could sit there and you can say, yes, you're 100% prepped and ready. You don't need anything. But I guarantee you, if I give you 10 minutes to think about all your preps and everything else, you'd think about something. You may not tell me, but you would think about something that you'd say, you know what? I bet I could use a few more of those just to be on the safe side. It's just how it works. Laura M, I've prepped for my fur babies better than myself. You know, the shortage on animal feed of all kinds, cat food, dog food. I mean, everything. Bird seed. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous out here, folks. Some of the pictures that they sent me in my email this past week that are in my video tomorrow at noon, I was just, I mean, what are people feeding their animals now? You know, I mean, you're starting to have to feed them people food, but there's some animals that can't eat people food. They have to be on special diets. You know, I mean, it's just really things are getting things are getting out of hand. You know, the ticking time bomb. It's getting hot. It's getting real hot, folks. Ronnie Davis, how you doing? Scroll down through here. All right, I'm going to shoot to the bottom and see if we have any. Nanomami 41 question: using fish fertilizer once a week on our cucumbers, zucchini, and summer squash. Got some babies starting. Any recommendations? Um, I mean, this is your first week with them. Got some babies starting. Any recommendations? I would get them plenty of light and keep them moist, probably. If you already give them some fertilizer and stuff, you don't want to give them too much because you don't want to burn them or kill them up before they even get going. Some random dude, Indian hit 62 Celsius last week in some areas. Yeah. Well, here in Florida, it was 97 the other day over in Orlando, Kissimmee area, over that way. Texas Girl went to Best Buy today and so many empty shelves and spots where items should be. Yeah, because you know, things are drying up. So they're going to be digging out of the back rooms, the warehouses, and everything else. Anything they got left over from who knows how long ago it was, they're going to be putting it on the shelf and selling it. My wife sent me out to Kroger for a 12-pack of Diet Coke. It was $7.57. No, it's it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm telling you. Alaskan Preppers in here. Hey, AP. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Jamie, Robbie, I'm not worried about a Russian attack. More concerned about our own government. I think you got to be worried all the way around. You got to be well rounded on this one, folks. As I was saying, this ticking time bomb and this landmine that we're walking through right now is very, very, very bad. And I wouldn't take your guard down on anything, anyone, or anything else when it comes to what is taking place at this point in time. If you would like to, that's fine, but I would not suggest it. You want to keep your eyes wide open to what is taking place. Very, very wide open. JP says having a rabbit gives great fertilizer, can be spread right on the garden, no waiting. You know, when I was growing up, we had rabbits, and that's what my dad used to do. He'd rake it all up, and especially like in spring, spread it all over the garden. And he'd also get manure from the farmer down the road. We lived out in the country. I was born and raised in Indiana, and we'd till it right in. Dad would water it down real good, and then we'd till it again after that would dry, like the next day or two, and then we'd start our planting. So yeah, I mean, I remember doing that. Chicken feed is getting harder to find in Texas. Chicken feed is getting hard to find everywhere, from what a lot of people have been commenting. Um, it's getting pretty bad. I saw where somebody was telling them, they can eat the chicken shells or whatever. You can throw them out there, and I mean, it's just like It's coming down to where they're trying to get it to where we're not going to be able to get the feed and stuff for livestock to supply food for the people. Because why? Something's being controlled somewhere. Somebody's pulling the strings, if you get what I'm saying. That's why I say, don't take your guard down, folks. Sunset already roasted chicken was $4 last week. This week, 8 in mid-state New York. Yeah, everything's just jumping up in price. Fuzzy Fork 8. I woke up to survival in December of 1976. Melterburn follower. Wow. Mint grows like crazy. Rhonda. Amen. I like your comment. Bruce Larson. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Bruce? All right, folks. We're running about 51 minutes right now, and I want to get to my breaking news for all you people that are still there's still 348 people in here. You guys are doing great. Sunset, solar generator, use a portable heater. Yes. Federal control beer here in New Mexico. Walmart shut its doors at the beginning of the month and now open 10 to 7 as we wait in line like COVID days. Ooh, that's a little disturbing. Holy cow. The employer at the C-Box store told me this will be the only store you shop at. Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. All right, folks. Now, on Monday, I have a video coming out. And that video is that is going to be on emergency food supplies on sale now. But since you guys are here and you guys are so great and everything else, I want to give you guys the heads up right now. Augustin Farms, as you know, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. You can go right onto Amazon to my storefront. I have them all in there. I like their products. I've tried a few of them, and I like them and Mountain House are my two favorite. But their number 10 cans are having huge sales on, folks, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to try to get some of these great deals. All right. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go through some of these, so I'll give you an idea. Right now, they got the Buttermilk Pancake mix, the 3-pound number 10 can, 49% off, $9.74. Now, a lot of these are right in my Amazon storefront. They also have their Country Fresh, 100% real instant, non-fat dry milk, 58% off right now, $16.78. Now, these prices are probably going to go fast. So if you people are looking to buy, might want to get over there and click and buy. Their honey powder, 3 pounds, is $13.82, 45% off, folks. The creamy wheat cereal, it's a 3-pound number 10 can. It's 20% off for $16. The tomato powder is 3 pounds for 33% off on that one. That's $29.99. The peanut butter powder is 49% off. It's $15.28. They're having a huge sale, folks. The white bread, the scone and roll mix, 56% off, $10.54. The buttermilk biscuits are 28% off for $17.34. These are all number 10 cans. All right. Let's see here. The freeze-dried diced mangoes, they got those at 38% off for $23.44. There's some more here, folks. Don't go anywhere. The dried white chicken, 100% chicken meat. It's 32% off. It's $69. It regularly goes for $101. I mean, the freeze-dried meats are very, very expensive. You can get the banana chips. They're 10% off for $24.28. The cheese blend powdered. That one's 50% off for $24.12. Let me scroll down through. They have the freeze-dried sweet corn, 1 pound, number 10 can, $24.80. They have dehydrated the potato slices, which are really good. 20%, 26% off, excuse me, $16.27. The dehydrated chopped onions, I have quite a few cans of those, 54% off. They're $11.47 right now. Freeze-dried whole blueberries are 36% off at $33.65. And let's see here. We're almost to the bottom. The dehydrated diced red and green bell peppers are 31% off. And the freeze-dried chicken fettuccine Alfredo, 46% off, $31. The corn chowder soup mix, number 10 can, that's 31% off, $26. Like I said, people, they're having a huge, huge, huge sale. The cheesy broccoli soup, number 10 can, 48% off, $20. So you all need to get over there and check these things out and see what's going on. If you want to save some money, you want to make sure that you are going through there and doing what you can. I mean, this is one way. If you do have some extra money you want to spend on some of your number 10 cans, your survival, long-term food storage, anywhere between 10 and 30 years, depending on what you buy, go right on my Amazon storefront. They're all listed right down in there. I have them all in there, and you can just go in there. You can click and buy them right from there, and it helps me out. And if it helps me, it helps you. But I just want to make sure that everybody was aware of that. That video is coming out on Monday at 5 o'clock, but I gave everybody here a quick peek, and maybe you'll be able to get and score some of those prices on some of those freeze-dried goodies there, because some of the stuff is very, very expensive. And if you can save some money, that's what I'm about. I want to try to save you guys money. I want to try to make sure that you people are prepared as much as you can possibly can be prepared. I want you to be ready for whatever does come our way. I also want you to be very understanding of what your role is going to be if something major does happen and one of these landmines or this ticking time bomb goes off. Your family, your kids are going to turn to you, and the last words that you want to hear out of their mouth is, "We have no food and I'm hungry." That's the last words that you want to hear. So don't play around with it, folks. Make sure you're getting prepared. Make sure you're doing all that you can do. And, that's just the name of the game. The name of the game is preparedness. The people that got to prepare are you. And let's see where we're at with our poll here. All right. So, are you ready for what is coming? I'm going to end the poll right now. So 47% say almost. We have 46%. Oh, it changed. 46% say almost, 27% say yes, and 25% say no. There was 364 votes. So it looks like most people are somewhat there. You're getting there. 25% said no, but you know what? You work at it, folks. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. You have to work at this, and you have to make sure that you're doing whatever you can do to get out of that 25%, to get to that almost. You're almost comfortable where you're at. more than likely you'll never have enough. But do you have enough to ride out a storm? That's the question. And it also depends on how large your family is. It also depends on what your financial situation is. I know people that go out and they're busting their ass every day and they're barely getting by. But then you have the people that are making the money that don't believe that there's anything wrong. Just saying, folks. All right, folks. Now, one more thing. Tomorrow morning, I have 2 videos coming out tomorrow. The one at noon that we've been talking about on food shortages. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I have a special video coming out for all you preppers out there that are female and all the mothers and everything else. It's a nice, short, little 3-minute video just for me to say Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Even if you're not able to watch it, that's fine. But I hope all the mothers out there, grandmothers, whatever, to all the women out there on this channel, I wish you all a happy Mother's Day. And I hope that everybody has an enjoyable day, whether you're the mother or maybe you're the daughter and you're going to your mothers or your grandmothers or whoever it may be. I hope everybody has a very, very lovely day tomorrow on Mother's Day. And I just pray that everybody stays ready, stays prepping, stays ahead of the game. Don't step on no landmines because that ticking time bomb is ticking away, folks, and it's about ready to go off. And we have to be prepped and ready. So until next Saturday night at 8 o'clock, I hope everybody stays well, stay safe. I got 3 videos coming out this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock every day. Catch them all. And until next Saturday, I'll talk to you all on the flip side. Thank you very much to all my moderators and for everybody showing up here today. We had a record crowd. I've never had this many people in here before at one time. AP was here. That's Alaskan Prepper. And JT, Jan, thank you for everything that you do for this channel and for all the great people that are in this community. I truly, truly, truly am very... Vicky, thank you very much. I do appreciate that, Vicky. Thank you. And I do really appreciate everything that you people do for this channel. And I want to make sure that people know that. I want to make sure that I'm very, very proud of where this channel has come from and where this channel is going. And I'm very grateful to the people that helped me get here. Alaskan Prepper, Survival Living, just to name a few. But the name of the game is you have to be prepped and you have to be ready. So until next Saturday night, I wish everybody, once again, all the women out there, a happy Mother's Day. And I hope that everybody has a great week. Pay attention on May 9th, folks. And if you're anywhere around Washington, D.C., maybe you want to join Biden. So till then, catch you all on the flip side.